What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Bill, and in today's video we are finally getting the wheels and tires onto the Bronco. I ordered through Trail Built. That was a mistake. The wheels and tires that I selected because they were actually in stock, available now. They'd be delivered in 14 days, promised by the website. Perfect. I found something I liked, something that would work, and something that could be delivered in 14 days. Awesome. When I got to the 14-day mark and I was supposed to get them, they were still marked as inbound to the warehouse. I tried to contact them through their website, no reply. Tried to contact them again through their website the next day, no reply. I had gotten texted after I placed the order, so I replied to that text and asked, hey, how come nobody, how do I get a hold of support to ask about my order? And there's nobody answering, replying to the form when I fill out the form on the website. So they gave me an email to send, and I sent an email, and I did get a reply later that day. And the reply just said, oh, something about your four wheels and tires have been ordered. So it was a very canned response, and one I knew was not, it wasn't very well researched before they replied to me, because they said something about my four wheels and tires, which I ordered 5 because I wanted the spare as well. So I was like, that seems pretty suspect, but it seemed like a pretty canned response. Following day after that, I called the phone number. It rang twice. It went straight to like hold music. No prompts, no nothing, just straight to hold music. Sat on hold for approximately an hour. I finally just gave up, hung up. Tried calling back several different times, and every time I called back, it was the same thing. No prompts, no nothing, just straight to hold music. And that's it. So finally, the next day, they respond to me. They're like, okay, we have everything in the warehouse except for, it was the 5th wheel. It was being delivered to the warehouse, and within a couple of days I'd have everything sent to me. It's like, all right, that sounds great. Thank you. Finally, you got an answer. They promised me expedited shipping. They'd give me some free expedited shipping. This was on a Friday. They said the warehouse will be working on Saturday, and that's when the 5th wheel is going to be arriving. And they would get everything processed on Saturday, and then that Monday it would get shipped out. So then Monday I didn't hear anything. Tuesday didn't hear anything, and my tracking still hadn't been updated. And on that response there was a, hey, give us a rating. So I gave them a rating and told my experience. I gave them a 1-star rating on Google. So later that day I get a call like, hey, we saw your review, we're really sorry about this. And it was the regional support manager, and he was very sorry. He was very apologetic. He wanted to help me out. He's like, can we offer you a discount? Can I offer you some money back? What can we do to make this right for you? It's like, well, right now my main question is, are these wheels coming? By this point, I could, if there was a delay, there's an issue with getting the wheels or the tires or anything, I could have, if you would have let me know that there was a problem earlier, I could have easily have swapped them out. I could have changed my wheel choice. I could have changed my tire choice to something that was available and gotten this taken care of. And I already had it here. I just want to know, should I change my order, or is something on the way? This guy says, hey, do me a favor. Can you remove your review for now? I'm going to do everything I can to make this right for you. If we don't handle it as well as you want, go ahead, put the review back up, whatever comments and everything, but I want a chance to make this right for you. It's like, all right, great. He's like, give me some time to track this down and I'll let you know. Rest of that day goes by, don't hear anything from him. Next day goes by, it's getting close to the end of the day. I still haven't heard anything. So I reached out. It's like, hey, have you heard anything or what? He's like, yeah. He's like, I'm going to be honest with you. We don't have any of your wheels at the warehouse. It's like, all right, well, should I order a different set or what? He's like, I'm trying to get a hold of our distributor and find out. Then later that day, he's like, hey, look, I got a hold of the distributor. your wheels are on their way. They're due in our warehouse tomorrow. We'll have everything and we'll get it all shipped to you. So 2 days go by. I hadn't really heard anything, but I checked the tracking and it does say it was processed. And then later that day I get an email saying your order's been shipped. Great. So it's been, at this point, about 2 weeks after, almost 3 weeks after I was actually supposed to take delivery of these wheels and tires. And so then I finally got a shipping notice. After about 3 days, I finally get the tracking number finally gets updated, and they finally actually did ship the wheels and tires. And so now that was about 5 days ago, as showed they were being delivered. Everything was great. Then 2 days ago, I checked the tracking. I was like, oh, my wheels and tires should be getting here soon. I wonder when they're going to get here. And on the note, it said, hey, they were unable to contact me. They had a bad number to set up delivery, and they were trying to figure out how to contact me. So I called them, and apparently they had given the shipping company my wrong number. They transposed the number. They gave them the wrong phone number. So they weren't able to get a hold of me. So I saw that, talked to the shipping company, gave them the correct number. Within an hour, they had called me, set up delivery time, and which is for today. So finally, today, a month later, we've got our wheels and tires. Moral of the story is I will never, ever order anything through Trail Built again. Same warehouse, same products, same everything, except for their support system absolutely sucks. I've never had any issues with custom offsets whatsoever. They've always been awesome with me if there's been an issue or not, and normally there's not. So I would recommend, if you're looking for wheels and tires, check out custom offsets. Like I said, I've ordered through them 3 times now. I actually signed up for their ambassador program. So if you go, when you are checking out, I have a link down in the description below where you can check out their wheel and tire packages. Or if you're checking out and it says who referred you, if you select Evil Truck, it will it'll give me some extra points that I can use to purchasing things in the future through them. If you do, I appreciate it. If you don't, no big deal. But like I said, I would definitely recommend checking them out, and I would avoid Trail Built like it's the plague. Anyway, sorry to go off on a rant on you. I'm going to go ahead, get this first wheel mounted, and then I'll show you what it is that I actually got. All right, so I'm just holding that center cap on there for a quick moment so you could get a look at this. But yeah, these are the ion alloy style 171s. They are in a 17 by 9. Now I haven't put the center cap on yet because once I get the other wheel on, I have to recheck these torques. It's 221, I think, foot-pounds. So I gotta wait till I put the wheels back down on the ground. Otherwise, the wheel will just spin while I try to torque that. But these wheels do fit, but it is close. I don't know how well you can see that, but that's the caliper bracket that's right there. So that's not going to move. But that is, a close fit on the backspace, and these to not having enough backspacing to clear those calipers, but it does seem to fit. The center bore is it's bigger than the stock one, so it's not sitting right on the hubs. It's a tight fit as far as that. I'll run it a bit and see, make sure that there's no rubbing on the back side of that. But here, quick look. They said it's the ion alloy style 171. Wanted to do like a bullet hole style My old Bronco, I had like a similar style wheel, but I had chrome. I didn't want to go chrome on this one. I think the black looked good, but I wanted to go back to like kind of that bullet hole style. So it's more kind of a modern twist on the old style, which I liked. Supposedly they were available and were going to be shipped within 14 days. The tires, they're Venom Power Terra Hunter XTs, 35 by 12.5. Now, I've never run these tires. I've heard some people rave about them. I've heard some people absolutely hate on them. So I'm not sure what to expect. Had I known I was going to wait as long as I did to get the delivery, I would not have ordered these. I would have ordered the Nitto Ridge Grapplers. That's what I've run before. I absolutely love them. The only reason I didn't order them is because they were back ordered and they were going to take longer to get delivered, and I was impatient. But as long as I ended up waiting, I probably could have got the Ridge Grapplers anyway. But I got these, so I'm going to check them out, see how they are. Like I said, I've seen people that, you know, swear by them, and I've seen people that absolutely despise them. So we'll see what my experience is with them. All right, so we definitely have a tight fit back here. We have the stock crash bars. These 35s would definitely be rubbing. So having those modified crash bars definitely help. Now these do poke out a bit. I went with the 0 offset. Figure I'd get a little bit of poke. In the front, looks like the same. Looks like we got a bit more room in the front here, but we had that stock crash bar. It would be very close to rubbing, or it would be rubbing. Everything else, it looks like we got plenty of clearance on everything else. We definitely have to take those crash bars out or use the modified ones. We went much wider or bigger. We'd even be rubbing up against the rock guard there. On a non-Sasquatch with the 4-wheel parts lift, that's about as much as you're going to be able to fit in there, it seems. So we got a little bit of poke here in the front and in the back. And the sun's hitting that cyber orange just right now and making it shimmer and shine and look pretty. But now we got a bit of poke here in the back, a little bit in the front. But definitely a more aggressive stance, a little bit taller of a tire. We got a little bit more clearance underneath there. So I think it's ready to head back to the trails. See what happens this time. So went with the matte black. I figured everything else is kind of matte black. I figured the matte black wheels would be a better match than the gloss black. And like I said, I like the you know, the old revolver bullet hole style. So I went with that. But in a matte black, 35 12.5 with the 2-inch lift, or with the 4-wheel parts level lift. That is about all you can get with a 0 offset. You might be able to get a little bit more if you had a more positive offset, but not much. Yeah, you're going to need another inch or two to do 37s, I would think, but we'll see how it handles. The fit in the back, you got a lot more room around the caliper than you did in the front. I don't know how well you can see, but there's no chance of anything rubbing back there. I said these front ones That caliber bracket is really close to the inside of that wheel. Haven't put the spare on yet, but I'm gonna go drive around, see how it feels real quick, and then come back and we'll worry about putting a spare on there. All right, so just a quick drive. Got most of the stickers worn off. There's a little bit of residue on there, so. I have a question for you. Do you peel your stickers or do you wait and just wear them off? Let me know down in the comments. But we got them on. They look good. They feel good. I know there's going to be comments because these are E-rated tires. So they are 10 ply, they are heavy, they ride really good. They are a bit noisy. They're noisier than ridge grapplers. So yeah, that's my first thing that I don't like about them is the noise. It's not horrible, but it is noticeable and something I know is different because like I said, I've run ridge grapplers before and they weren't very noisy, especially for the tire. I really like them. Wish I would have held out for them. But we'll see how these hold up and see how they do. And maybe, who knows, maybe I'll love them and never want to go to ridge grappler again after these, but that remains to be seen. We'll go ahead and get this spare tire swapped out. So we got some room, we could actually go back. The light does stick up above it, but I think I'm gonna go. There's a there's a small rough country bracket that you use with the factory that's going to raise that up a bit, which I think I will do just to give that light. Because if you're in a smaller car, it's going to block some of that. So I think I will get the extension to raise that up a bit to make sure there's plenty of clearance and plenty of visibility for the third brake light. But other than that, it fits on there. Hopefully that answers any questions you had about whether or not 35 by 12.5 R17s will fit on the Bronco with the four-wheel parts lift. It does. It's a little tight in certain spots, but it works. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. If you'd like to see more videos like this in the future, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you next time.